All right, on problem number 8, here again they're asking you to solve by completing the square. Okay, so the first step is to isolate your constant, which is already done for us. The next step is to get your leading coefficient to be a 1. So in order to do that, I need to divide every single term by whatever the coefficient of x squared is, which is 8 in this case. And so when I do that, I need to simplify. 14 over 8 can be reduced. 2 goes into 14, 7. 2 goes into 8, 4. I'm going to leave a space to complete the square. And I'm going to go ahead and complete the square. To complete the square, I take half of my b value, half of my first degree term's coefficient. So to find that, if you just take your coefficient, if it's a fraction, just multiply it by 1/2. That allows you to find half of it. So that's 7 over 8, and then we're going to square that value. So when we square 7 over 8 and add it to both sides, we square the 7, square the 8, and we add that same value to both sides of the equation to maintain its balance. But what that allows you to do is rewrite the left side as a binomial square. And the terms will be x as your first term, and then it's whatever you squared. So here I squared a positive 7 over 8, so I put positive 7 over 8 here. Okay, on the right side, I'm just going to combine what I have. Well, in order for me to get these into the same denominator, my LCD would be 64. So I take negative 5 times the LCD factor missing from this denominator. It has the 8, it's missing a factor of 8. And so here I get negative 40 plus 49, or in this case, 9 over 64. And once I get to this step, I can extract my square root. When I extract the square root, I'm left with 7 plus 7, or x plus 7/8 is equal to, always take into consideration the positive and negative root. Square root of 9 is 3, square root of 64 is 8. And then my final step here is to subtract a 7/8 from both sides. Whatever you perform to both sides in this step, you write it in front of the plus or minus. And what you should notice here is this actually gives us numerical values. They're rational numbers. So we take negative 7 minus 3/8 gives us negative 10/8, and negative 7 plus 3 gives us negative 4/8. And so if we reduce our fractions here, 2 goes into negative 10 5 times, and 8 4 times, and 4 goes into negative 4 minus 1, and 8 twice. Okay? So these would be our two solutions.